Good morning, YouTube. So with today's video, you liked the last one I did, so I'm gonna give you another 10 high heat bangers, designer edition. But before we get into it, please leave me one of these that shows YouTube and those bitch ass algorithms that you like this type of content. This video is not in any numerical order, but let's start off with Ferragamo Acqua Essenziale. For a freshie, there is a little bit of formality to it because you can easily wear this to a daytime semi-formal event. You know, if you're a guest at a wedding, this is a great scent for that because there is your typical aquatics and citrus. There is a little bit of mint, but I find that there's a little bit of classy notes such as the geranium, the vetiver. So there is that. There's also some musky nuances as well, but it's pretty much just a fresh, somewhat salty scent with a little bit of green mint, a little bit of geranium, and definitely like a woody, musky base towards the base itself. There is also a little bit of patchouli and labdanum. I don't really get like the labdanum, but I do get a little bit of that earthy patchouli. This is a little bit mature, but someone in their 20s can absolutely rock this with the right attire. This fragrance is great, just daily wear. So if you want to dress it like this, go ahead. But all the way to a suit and tie, as I said in the beginning. This is also a great work scent. Longevity, no more than 6 hours. Next fragrance, this one just never gets any mention, and I haven't really talked about this brand all that much on this channel. Mugler. But this is not a bottle, it's gonna be an official travel spray because I have been wearing it for the last couple days, but that's gonna be Mugler Cologne Fly Away. I've been testing this one out the last couple days because I'm actually on holidays in less than a week and I'm so pumped for it because I need some time away from the grind. What this is, it's a very basic fragrance. There's a lot of citrus and cannabis. That's the only notes, the only two notes. So it's a green herbal citrusy fragrance. There's really not much else to say. The cannabis in this is not like in your face. It's more citrus than anything with the cannabis in the background. So if you don't like the smell of marijuana, like I can't stand it, and it's legalized in this country, and I smell it everywhere. Oh God. It's not like that. It's not skunky. It's just green and herbal. It's not like when you're smoking it. It's just like the plant itself. This is actually a really nice fragrance because it's just a very fresh, clean fragrance with a little bit of greenery to it. That's it. That's all. Fragrance number 3. This one never really caught on, and I could kind of understand why because the performance is not great. No more than 3-4 hours is really pushing it because this is an aquatic, and that's going to be Burberry Brit Splash. So very much like the name itself, it's an aquatic. It's a very refreshing fragrance. So you're gonna get watery notes. There is cyclamen, there is a little bit of violet to add, just a little bit of a powdery undertone. There is melon, which adds a little bit of a fruity nuance, a little bit of rosemary and some musk, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's like vetiver or some sort of wood. All right, but what it pretty much is, just a very watery. So that is the main accord. It's gonna be aquatic with a little bit of a fruity nuance, a little bit of a floral take, and most certainly like that muskiness towards the end. So you can wear it like this if you want. If you want to wear it to work, it's inoffensive for that. You know, it's just a basic fragrance in my opinion. Doesn't smell great, but it smells nice. And if you just want something to smell nice for every day, this is something that you might want to look into. Number 4, I ended up reviewing this one on the beaches of Hawaii. Oh my God, that's a destination. If you haven't been to Hawaii, what are you waiting for? Especially if you're American, you don't need a passport, just go. But that fragrance is gonna be Calvin Klein CK1 Summer Days. I reviewed this one on the beaches of Waikiki. So I actually had a lot of people behind me, but this is just a summer banger. So there's a lot of kumquat, there is tea, there is mint, there is musk, and of course there's gonna be that vetiver or maybe a patchouli. So there is that woody nuance, but the main takeaway, kumquat and tea, like tea and mint are like kind of like battling. Then it's gonna be the musk, all right? There's really not a whole lot of wood to this one, but it's just very refreshing, very energizing. It's clean, it's crisp. It's crisp because of that kumquat, and the kumquat in this adds that nice take. It really adds that summer days vibe. So no pun intended, no drums or anything, but this is just a daily casual scent with about 4 to 5 hours at the most of longevity. Fragrance number 5, let's go with something a little bit more expensive, shall we? You can't get these anywhere when it comes to online discounters or any place, unfortunately. Chanel Allure Homme Sport. For a summer scent, this one does have a little bit of class as well. It's not overly formal, but I do think that you can wear this with a suit and tie to a daytime semi-formal event. This is a great date fragrance though, so if you want to wear this to a date, like on a night out, it's great for that. This has a lot of C notes. It's also got that typical citrus, but there's also vanilla, tonka bean, and aldehydes. So the aldehydes are definitely there along with that tonka bean. The tonka bean is sweet along with the vanilla, but the tonka bean does add a little bit of like a creamy sort of tonka bean, and the aldehydes make this a very airy fragrance. There's apparently some pepper, there's some neroli, some woods, of course. You're definitely gonna have woods in pretty much all fragrances, but it's pretty much just a very aldehydic, citrusy scent with some marine notes, that creamy sweetness of the tonka bean and the vanilla with a little bit of like a musky woods. Really nice, it was very popular back in the day. Next one, I actually pumped this brand a lot, maybe 3 years ago, but that's gonna be Jaguar Ultimate Power. Power! No, not that type of ultimate power. Come on, this is me. I have to throw a little bit of shade, okay? I'm an old salty grouch who is irrelevant and just trying to be that main guy once again. Never have been, and I'm not trying to be whatsoever, but some people say that you are definitely salty and a little grouchy. Well, there's definitely some truth to that one there. But this is a great aromatic, everyday fragrance that is quite energetic. The ultimate power aspect is going to be that mint. It's heavy in mint, but also apple. There's also going to be that ginger to add that extra boost of energy, but there's definitely going to be that citrus along with some musk, some other green notes, and of course, the woods. This does have a lot of comparisons to Azzaro's Chrome Aqua. So if you have that one, you don't need this one. If you have this one and you don't have the Chrome, you don't need the other. So just, you don't need both, okay? I'm just saying this as a guy who is trying to save you guys a few bucks. This is 20 bucks. Chrome is what, 25? Still, that's 20 bucks in your pocket. Use it for other things. But this, just green, fresh, aromatic, energizing. There's really not much else to say. Longevity, no more than 6 hours. Next one is actually a very solid fragrance, and I think that the brand itself kind of did like, they're trying to cater to Gen Z or the younger demographics, but us old guys can definitely rock it as well. Ralph Lauren Polo Sport Fresh. So to a lot of old guys, Gen Xers, Polo Sport, that is our scent for so many of us, you know, definitely was mine, and that was our decade. That's why so many Gen Xers are very passionate about that fragrance. But this is actually quite nice. It does have a little bit, not really all that much, but like just a little bit of the original DNA, but it's more modern. It has like sage or thyme to add that, might be rosemary, to add a little bit of like an herbal touch. There is going to be the aquatics, there's mint, there is some citrus, but what makes this one very different and standalone compared to all the other ones from this brand, not this lineup, but this brand, is going to be, and sports fragrances in general, definitely got to state that, is going to be the iris. Who would have thought to put iris in a sports fragrance? And this, it's quite nice. So this fragrance is definitely aromatic. It is very fresh, like the name. A little powdery and marine with a little bit of greenery to it because of the thyme, rosemary, whatever, including the mint. Overall, I think it's a great scent, very underrated. This is definitely like a young person scent, but us old farts could rock it as well. Like if you want to alternate, you know, like if Ralph Lauren is your work scent, you know, just because like it brings you so much memories and so much joy, why don't you just alternate? Try this for a change for a couple days and go back to the original, then go back to this. It's a great everyday fragrance that caught me by surprise. So again, not bad. Longevity, 6 to 7 hours. So next fragrance I really enjoyed back in the day. I still do, and this line never really caught on. Mr. Burberry. But Indigo is a great scent. So this is very green, so it has a lot of mint. The mint in this is green, it is herbal, it definitely elevates the fragrance. It adds that boost of confidence, that boost of energy, and most certainly will add that pep to your step when it's really hot. There is rosemary, there's tea to add a little bit more greenery to it. There's gonna be the typical citrus, the aquatics. There's gonna be some oak moss towards the base, including ISOE Super, but there's also violet that does add a little bit of a powdery undertone. Not really all there, but there is a little bit. It's actually very refreshing. You need a really good mint fragrance. So if you want something that's gonna be a little bit more expensive than this one here, you might wanna look into it. Just a great everyday fragrance for the young guys and the old guys. Longevity, you're gonna get about 6 hours. We're down to 2 fragrances, but this one here never really caught on. And I get it, this brand has a lot of cheapies out there. Perry Ellis. So you can pick this up anywhere. So definitely Ross, TJ Maxx, and so on, but Perry Ellis 360, pure blue or very blue. So like the name itself, it's a very blue fragrance. Definitely a lot of aquatics. There is citrus, so I think it's lemon, I'm not sure. Musk for sure. There's a little bit of cardamom or crushed cardamom according to the official website to add a little bit of a warm touch. So you are gonna get a little bit of that cardamom to kind of warm it up just a little bit. But there's also like moss and of course that typical musk and sandalwood. For the most part, it's just a very fresh, aromatic, a little salty from the aquatics itself because it's tidal wave accord. Whatever, that's all marketing crap. But it's definitely very blue. The downfall with this one here, price tag on point, 20 bucks, but the downfall is no more than 4 hours. You're probably gonna get about 3 hours. 4 hours is definitely pushing it. And last but not least, let's go with something a little bit more expensive because this entire video, minus this one here, was pretty much affordable cheapies. But let's go with D&G Dolce & Gabbana Velvet Bergamot. Wow, this is energizing. It is bright, it is beautiful, but it's clean and crisp. Like that bergamot, clean and crisp, like a white t-shirt. Oh my Lord. There is gonna be that vetiver, there is gonna be some musk, there's a little bit of petitgrain, gonna be a little bit of clary sage, but as well, some orange blossom. The orange blossom does, I don't want to say femme it up, but it adds that gentlemanly touch. This is marketed towards the men, but I do think that the women can wear it. It just leans a little bit more towards the guys, and I would say like 60%. But there is definitely going to be that white floral that just adds that extra layer of cleanliness. It's a beautiful fragrance. I definitely think that you could wear it like this, white t-shirt and jeans, a clean, crisp white t-shirt and jeans, but all the way to a suit and tie. And out of the 2 or 3 wearings that I got from this, I got about 6 to 7 hours. And off of Amazon. This ranges anywhere from, I can't say price tag, but this is more expensive. But again, I did get mine off of Amazon, a website that I never shop because I don't care for it, but for under 100 bucks. And guys, that is it. That is 10 more high heat bangers designer edition. If you like this very video, please leave me one of these. It does show YouTube and those algorithms that you like this type of content. Any reviews that I've done on any of these fragrances, they will all be down in the description box below. And if you want to see the last high heat banger video that I did, check out right here. And whatever, you know what? I did multiple high heat bangers over the years, so check out right here. So I thank you for my time, take care, and I will see you later. Thanks for watching, everybody.